Yes, hello, I'm back. Most people don't stay average because they lack talent or they lack skills. It is simply because their lies that they have believed for so long because maybe they got the lies from where they grew up from or the environment they are in. They've been there for so long, so those lies they tend to believe them for so long and they believe it's the truth. And what happens is those same lies keep you stuck year after year in the same position where you are. Well, my name is Shafik Chikos. You can check out my profile on Instagram if you want to follow me so that we engage. And I'm going to bring down for you today lies that keep you average. All right, so stay tuned, don't go away. Let's go. Number one, I'll start when I'm ready. This is really common, really common. I remember myself, so many things are working out, going to the gym, working out. I could postpone. I could really feel there's, the perfect time for me to do to start my routine, my gym routine, my working out routine. Sometimes it used to be about how I feel, but there is no the perfect time. There is no. The most people who have achieved greatness, freedom in this life, they were less prepared than you. So all you have to stop overthinking, all you have to do is to stop overthinking, and then you just boom start. I started this channel like a year ago without thinking, I'm a dropout. I'm not this kind of person who can really communicate so well. I'm not this kind of person who is really good at English and all, but I believed I have information that can help people, and I just choose to, use to start whatever that I have. My phone, my a tripod in my home, and I'm delivering the message. Years later, you shall look back at these videos years later when we hit a million, 10 million, 5 million, yeah. And then you say, oh, this guy was right about, you are never ready. You just have to start, right? Number two, success happens overnight. That's what people think because of social media, because of the influencers that are showing the lifestyle on social media. So they think everything just happens overnight. But let me tell you, that is a lie. You need to program your mind. You need to program your mindset that everything is delayed gratification. You need to pay the price. You need to pay the price, I'm telling you. You need to pay the price. You need, for example, let's say you're a trader, because I do trading as well, trading stocks, commodities, like gold. Life as a trader, it will take you about 3 to 4 years for you to perfect what you're doing, to perfect your craft. Let's go to musicians, athletes. It takes a while, but that process, yeah, is grooming you to be a better person, yeah, to be that person who's going to stay for so long with whatever that you have achieved. You can get success overnight, but the question is, can you be with that success for a long time? You can have freedom overnight or instantly, like maybe 1 year or a few months. But the question is, 5 years, 10 years, are you going to still have that freedom? Are you going to have that financial freedom? Are you going to have that that success, that fame? Are you going to still have it? So that is why everything is built through the process. That's why I tell you, delayed gratification is the key, and you need to reprogram your mindset like that. All right, so let's go to number three. I have plenty of time. That is also another issue. It's a lie that, you know, the environment, the surrounding, the society has told us. In Africa, where I come from, Uganda, Kampala, a man, as long as you're still below 30, a man who is 29, you still have time. Don't rush, don't put pressure. In the Western world, where people prioritize time, people get successful at 22, 23, at 18, at 24, 25, simply because they prioritize time. But you know what? Every time you really want to do something and you postpone and then you procrastinate, a day becomes a week becomes a year, and a year becomes a lifetime regret. I remember when I wanted to start this channel in 2020 during lockdown, and I talked to my wife, telling her, you know, we need to do this because we are free. We're inspired by some, you know, guys that were killing it that time before even the lockdown. We thought about it, we planned it, and then we postponed it because we feel we have time. 4 years later, 4 to 5 years later, we looked at the people who started in lockdown. We looked at the people who started during the pandemic in 2020. My dear, these guys were really killing this thing. We're rocking the space, the digital space, in just 4 years. So that is when 2025, I say, you know what, let me start. And I'm really being consistent and not giving up on this, simply because I know I gave myself a space of 10 years. Let me do this for 10 years. Let me give people free value for 10 years. Then I'll look back and say, okay, now this thing doesn't work. All right. So prioritize your time, because you don't want to live in regret. You don't want to live. Number 4, the lie that has been told, that have been lied to people for so many years, is comfort is happiness. You know, be in your own space, do your thing. You know, you don't have to have pressure. You don't have to do things. Let me tell you, when you are in your comfort, zone, yeah. Whenever you face challenges, whenever challenges come to you, you cannot overcome them. And you fail them or you cannot overcome them. And that makes you stay in the same place. That makes you not to grow. So where there is comfort, there is no growth. I like the saying where it is, if you're not growing, you're rotting. So being comfortable, if you make, let's say, $100 a day, you have to be wiring your mind to make $1,000 a day. If you're making $1,000 a day or a week, you need to be rewiring your mind to make $10,000 a day or a week. If you're making 10K, that means you have to focus now on making 100,000 a day or a week. So that is now getting out of your comfort zone. Most people in relationships, the comfort zone is what kills most relationship marriages in this day and era, because there's no growth. Yeah, there is no development. Everything is, let's say it's sex, it's the same usual sex that you have. Let's say if it is happiness, gifting, gestures, they're the same things, and everything gets boring. And that is how separation starts from. So you need to get out of your comfort zone for you to grow. All right. The 5th lie is that circumstances determine our future. That is absolutely wrong. Your beginning, your background doesn't have to dictate what your future holds. Because there's so many people in this world, you can name them, who had a poor background, who had a humble background, and they have made it in life. So you need to program your mind to know that I cannot focus on what I don't have control over. I just need to focus on what I have control over. What you don't have control, leave it. That is now your background. That is now your parents being poor. You don't have control over that. You cannot change that. But you know what you have powers to change is your next 5 years. Let me drop these habits. Let me stop drinking. Let me stop going out. Let me stop, if I'm a man, let me stop women. Let me stop womanizing. If I'm a woman, let me stop this group thing with girls who don't add value to me. Let me stop, sleeping with multiple men. Let me stop drugs. That is now you are dictating your next 5 years, and you defining them on exactly how you want, to live your life and how you want your lifestyle to be the next 5 years. Right? So you need to sit down as a man or woman and you write down the lies that you feel that I've talked about and they are happening in your life, and then you eliminate them. You change your mindset, you flip switch from what was lied to you to what is the truth, to what is the reality. But I can tell you, my dear, the reality is everything that you can achieve in your life, freedom, success, greatness, fame, is you have it in your hands, and you can start today, and you can look back in the next 3 to 5 years and say, wow, I'm glad I watched Shafiq Chibuse's video, and this is how it changed me. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, hit the bell so that you don't miss out on every videos that I upload. See you next time.